Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, CCX here, and welcome to a bit of a short video. Well, it depends on really how short it's actually going to be. Welcome to my thoughts on the Nintendo Direct that came out on Thursday of November. So, we're going to go down for the list. Well, not really for the list, we're just going to go down for my thoughts on the games that intrigued me in the long run. First, we got Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD. Not sure how to actually feel about it, considering the fact that it does look slightly different in graphical fidelity. Like, you can finally see the details in Zant, you finally see textures in, for Zelda, and Midna's helmet, you can also see the little bit of the graying stone textures, unlike in the original, which, you know, you didn't really have much going on for it. If you guys want to go ahead and see a comparison video between Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess for the Wii and Nintendo GameCube, and the comparison for the Wii U version, go ahead and look up GameXplain. They end up having themselves a comparison video where they end up putting both of them on the side to be able to actually go ahead and tell you what's the main difference between the two. Recommend it. Good video. We end up having a glimpse of Zelda Wii U, which is going to be coming out in 2016. Knowing everyone else, we already know that it's probably going to also be for the NX, but we really don't know at this point. So, for Wii U owners, you guys will still have a chance to play The Legend of Zelda Wii U. And for NX players, you guys can also hope to, you know, be able to play the wonderful Zelda Wii U. GameXplain also did it. I don't know why I'm doing a plug for GameXplain, but, you know, they do a lot of good things in explaining the aspects of whatever comes out. So they did an analysis of Zelda Wii U, which was really pretty good. I mean, to be honest, it's pretty interesting how a 2-minute trailer thing, well, actually, no, not even 2 minutes, it's more like almost like 30 seconds of footage. Then you got an analysis from all of that, which is pretty incredible. Now we got Xenoblade Chronicles. Well, Xenoblade Chronicles X, or for the Japanese title, Xenoblade X, which is also going to be coming out for December. I'm looking forward to it. Some people probably have, like, no really recollection of Xenoblade, considering, you know, it's probably one of those games that it wasn't really out of the face of the earth. It kind of still showed up and whatever, but it still was prevalent, and I still can't wait for it, even though I still haven't finished Xenoblade Chronicles. So let's see how that goes. We got Pokken Tournament. We end up having a glimpse of Shadow Mewtwo, which is great, even though, to be honest, if any of you guys have played like Final Fantasy XIV, it kind of looks like the little crystal thing that's coming out of him kind of looks like he's been mutated by the fair Sirius Tower, which is pretty hilarious. But, you know, he's badass and he has Mewtwo X, not Y, because nobody wants Y. It's pretty weird. We got Star Fox Zeroes coming up, and we end up seeing a bit of more footage. I like the intro that they end up managing to show with Star Fox Zero. I'm looking forward to see what the game is going to be, going for. Is Andross going to be the enemy? Because I don't think they really showed Wolful Donald or, you know, any of those other characters. Pigma, Panther. Then again, Panther actually showed up in Star Fox Assault, so yeah. Got Bravely Second coming out. Well, we don't know when it's coming out. It was brought up, but we don't know when it's coming out. We also got Yokai Watch, which is trying to be an up one of Pokemon, but the thing is that it kind of doesn't really act like Pokemon, and it's a bit jarring on me. I mean, the show on Disney XD, it does look pretty good, and it does look interesting in terms of what it's trying to do. The English voice actor is pretty alright, and I mean, I don't really watch the show too much. So yeah, we got ourselves Final Fantasy Monster Hunter Edition, or Final Fantasy X Explorers, which kind of more so reminds me of Crystal Chronicles in a sense, where, except the thing is, you don't really have the Chalice, and you also have other classes to play with, thank God, because that would have been terrible. To be honest, I mean, the thing about Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles that I liked is that, you know, you had all these races, and you only had, like, 4 races in the game, But the problem is that the game's final boss kind of didn't really seem like it was more keen to 4 players, but it might be because, some of us probably didn't play it right. But anyways, Final Fantasy Explorers, if it's anything like any of the games that I've played that's like Monster Hunter, like God Eater Burst, or I forgot that other game. That game that was by Square Enix that had the third boss being Bahamut, and it was really difficult. Demon something. I forgot what the game is, but you had the ability to gain the summon of the monster that you killed, and it was a weird horse-like creature, and I don't know. But anyways, we got Mario and Luigi Paper Jam. Ends up mixing in Mario from Paper Mario with the Mario and Luigi concept. I like the Mario and Luigi games, and I also like Paper Mario as well. So I'm gonna look forward to that. I know some people are probably not gonna. They probably want a legitimate Paper Mario, but the thing you gotta go ahead and you gotta realize, guys, is that we are getting a sort of pseudo Paper Mario. Just try it out and see where it goes from there. I mean, you can't go ahead and just judge it just by the trailers alone. You gotta pick up and play the game. For people, that's kind of one thing that we kind of have to do. Yes, we can analyze the thing, but we can't go ahead and say, oh, I'm gonna dislike this game. No, you can't do that. You have to go ahead and pick up the game and play it first before you can go ahead and judge it. I haven't played it yet, so I can't really say anything. We end up getting like a few updates for Triforce Heroes, which I still haven't gotten yet. And we also got ourselves an update, a massive update for Splatoon, which I think it might actually be the last few updates for Splatoon, which is shameful because I haven't played that game since the last update that they end up having. I mean, I did download the update now, but I'm like rank 3, so I bet you if I go in the online match, I'll probably get my ass kicked. But since they end up having like a setup matching, hopefully it's a lot better than Smash Brothers, because Smash Brothers you can only have like 100 people, and since people live stream tournaments, you can only first come first serve. You know what I mean? And you can't just drop out because nobody's not going to drop out when they're fighting their favorite YouTubers or their live streamers. Come on. We end up getting ourselves a Mario Maker update, which was basically just a app that allows you to search for stages, which is okay, but it could have been better. I mean, I was kind of hoping for more enemies. Like, I was hoping for the Sumo Bros, Charging Chucks, the Sun, even though, to be honest, the only way you can kill the Sun is by... Actually, you know what? I don't think you ever did have the ability to kill the Sun unless you found a hidden star. But anyways, Fire Emblem Fates. I know some people are probably looking forward to that. I'm not big on the Fire Emblem series, but most people have told me that I should play Fire Emblem Awakening. I will want to get into the series, but I don't know. Strategy games like that just kind of doesn't really set me in a right direction. Then again, I did play like a Yu-Gi-Oh! RTS type of game that was similar to Fire Emblem. So I don't know, I might try it, because it kind of has like the bit of the elements of Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons and Ages, which you play one game and then you play the other game for a different story. And I'm assuming that when you play both of those games, you can probably combine them together to get the actual ending. Then again, to be honest, if there is an actual ending, wouldn't that defeat the purpose of you picking the conquest side and you picking the heroes and the defending side? So, I don't know. Who knows? We'll see what happens with that. We got original Red, Blue, and Yellow of Pokemon going on to the virtual console of the 3DS. That's actually pretty good. People are actually looking forward to replaying the original Pokemon games again, which is a good thing. But the games, as anybody has analyzed the game from up, down, and ground up, that game is glitched and broken as all hell. But that doesn't really matter. People are looking forward to it, and if you guys have kids who wants to get into the Pokemon series, you can always just download that and they can just start their adventure from there. If they do manage to implement the ability for you to transfer your Pokemons to, the eventual gold, silver, crystal, you could probably go ahead and transfer all your Pokemons, and then you transfer all the Pokemons all to whatever Pokemon game we're supposed to be having next, because there was no announcement for Z, which is a bit sad. We got Hyrule Warriors Legends, new character showing up, Linkle. Alright. So, Linkle is basically the Rule 63 of Link, because that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what she is. And I have to say, she's pretty badass. She ends up using the crossbows from Crossbow Training. Anybody who actually likes that game, there you go, you got your crossbow fix. She ends up combining both the two crossbows together for using Din's power and for Fouri's power. I still can't pronounce the courage. The courage. I'm sorry, I still suck at that. Okay, that was weird. Anyways, you guys will watch Wind Waker. You guys will probably hear me how much I suck at pronouncing that chick's name. Anyways, Linkle doesn't really use Nehru's power, which I want to find out if they actually will let her use Nehru's power. But who knows? But anyways, aside from Linkle being in it, we end up having a few more updates. Like, I didn't know. I mean, I knew Skull Kid was going to be in it, but I actually didn't see Phantom Ganon. Unless I did, but I didn't see him. Got Dragon Quest 7 and 8 coming out for the 3DS as well, so you Dragon Quest fans has the capability of actually playing said game. And I'm not really much of a Dragon Quest type of guy, or Dragon Warrior type of guy, because I played 1 and 2, and those hasn't aged well, because the thing about those games is that it doesn't really set you in a direction. You basically are in a world trying to figure out what the hell you're supposed to do. There's no real set location. Yeah, the NPCs tell you stuff, but we all know back in the day, dialogue for RPGs back then were by far the most cryptic messages that you can ever be. Is that right, Error? Yeah, I am Error. Yeah, you always keep saying that. I never really understood why you always kept saying that. How about your friend Bug? Oh, no, he doesn't have much information to tell me either. Alright. So we got some Mega Man games. End up having the Mega Man Legacy Collection all in one for the 3DS as well. That's pretty cool. I don't think they have Mega Man 8 in there, because I don't think the 3DS has the capability of playing it, but it doesn't really matter. And they also introduced the Golden Mega Man Amiibo, even though it just looks exactly like Mega Man, except he's gold. I like to think that it's a bit of a homage to that crappy Mega Man X outfit that made him look like C-3PO, except he's gold, and that's cool. Mind you, the one in Mega Man X, it didn't look gold. It may look like it's gold, but the color scheme almost made him look like he was orange. And we have the most important update that took forever for me to actually see, because that's what I was waiting for. As soon as the direct was gonna be over, I was like, are we gonna get any information? Are we gonna get anything? And then all of a sudden, bam, trailer for Super Smash Bros. Except I didn't think it was Super Smash Bros. Because I thought it was freaking Final Fantasy VII coming for the Wii U. No, turns out to be mother effing Cloud. Like, seriously? Cloud. Of all the characters of the Final Fantasy series, Cloud. Now mind you, I get that Cloud is technically the prima donna of the Final Fantasy series in general. And you know, I'm not gonna lie, he actually fights a hell of a lot better than this fucking Dissidia, but I mean, enough about this, enough about it, I haven't even talked about it. I'm actually, speaking of Dissidia, I'm looking forward to seeing what they're gonna do if they're gonna bring that PlayStation 1, because if Pokken, which was an arcade, Japanese-only arcade game, is being released on the Wii U, would that mean that we might end up having the Dissidia game coming for the PS4? I don't know. Anyways, Cloud is in Smash Brothers. I know I'm probably, like, everyone, if you guys end up following, like, if you guys were just on Twitter in general, and you guys had, like, friends that were just watching the Nintendo Direct, you would have probably seen that your Twitter feed was blowing the hell up to the point where it kind of just lagged a bit. It's like, okay, this is happening. It's like Cloud's in the game. It's like Cloud's in Smash Bros. It's like, are you serious? How the hell? Of all the characters, I mean, to be honest, I would not have expected Cloud because I don't see Cloud in Smash Brothers, but they did it. He ended up using half of his limit breaks, except for Meteor Raid, which is a bit shameful. Also, it's a bit weird how we still haven't gotten custom moves for the new characters, for the DLC characters, which, I mean, you can't really use custom moves for online glory matches anyways. But I want to know what Pit and Palutena and Rydia is going to say for the conversations that Pit ends up having. Because they did, and I think that they did decide to put in dialogue for Pit, Palutena, and Viridia for Lucas, Roy, and Ryu. So I'm wondering what they're going to say for Cloud. I really, really want to see what they have to say. At that point, we now have like 3 Japanese characters now. We got Marth, Roy, and Cloud, because Cloud doesn't speak in English in the game. More so, we kind of have to wait for the remake to see what Cloud's going to sound like in that game. But anyways, that's actually really it. This is not really much of a short video. I don't have anybody else. I mean, we can't really have much of a big giant conversation now, can we? I mean, seriously. But still, I guess I could give my thoughts on the Nintendo Direct. The Nintendo Direct was pretty interesting, even though the passing of Mr. Iwata. It's really nice that they did manage to continue with the presentation of the old Nintendo Direct. They managed to continue with their skits. They managed to make it so that it was still entertaining, giving us all the infos and all that wonderful news that everyone loves. It's also wonderful that they did not go ahead and cancel out the Wii U just yet. Still going strong, still having games. 3DS, you know, the 3DS is always going to still be going strong. I have to say that the 3DS, as much as I don't really use the 3D feature, to me, is probably one of the only handhelds that continuously keeps having games, and it hasn't gotten a new handheld system yet. And I'm glad for that, because the thing about the 3DS is that it's basically a glorified mini Wii U. That's what it is. Well, a glorified Wii, I should say. And I don't know what type of, what they should do when the NX comes out. They should try to implement the Wii U, the 3DS, to have the capabilities of allowing you to play your 3DS games on the NX. I would like that feature. It's similar, the similar feature to the Super Nintendo, the Super Game Boy, and I forgot what it was, but it was what the GameCube had that allowed you to play Game Boy Advance games off of your TV. I want that for the NX, because the Wii U can't do that, and that's a bit odd considering the fact that GameCube and the Super Nintendo had that capability, but not the Wii U. So, you know, I'm just looking forward to. I want to know more information about the NX. There's nothing that we're gonna get for right now. But they did end up saying something about the Super Smash Bros. Coming in December. We're gonna have more information. Hopefully, we're gonna go ahead and see who won the ballot. Cloud is not the one who won the ballot because, you know, the ballot was more focused on Nintendo characters. Then again, that gets thrown out the window when you end up putting F.A. Cloud, who's not a Nintendo character. Even though I did hear that Final Fantasy VII was supposed to be for the N64, but with the limitations that the N64 had, and also the fact that Final Fantasy was a 3-disc game, the N64 couldn't handle the awesomeness that was Midgar and the CG cutscenes. Then again, I guess that makes sense because I don't think Resident Evil 2, because Resident Evil 2 was a 2-disc game, but it was actually I don't really know. But anyways, that's just my thoughts. Nintendo Direct was awesome. It was well, I'm not gonna say it was awesome. I'm just lying there. It was great. I give it a 7 out of 10. Oh yeah, and there's also a makeshift F-Zero game that's coming out for the indie craze, so yeah, look forward to that, guys. Also Mighty Number 9. I'm not sure if anybody's looking forward to that. Pretty sure people are. You guys can enjoy it. There's like a lot of indie games that's coming out. Like, my God, like the indie craze is just booming. Like, it's one of wonderful things that what people can really manage to create. It's just beautiful. Alright guys, I'm in CCX. You guys have been great and a wonderful audience. And look forward to any other content that I'll be talking about. I'm actually going to be doing this a lot more now because after a while, you know, playing games is great, but I kind of like to talk since I can't shut up. But anyways, CCX over and out. Gonna be going back to the Lyoko past. I don't know what I'm saying. This is not an outro, and I'll be seeing you guys next time.